Alright, John, see if we can pull this one off. I forgot to bring my tripod. I drove all the way out here and I didn't bring my tripod. That's okay though. We are in Numbers chapter 16 and 17. I wanted to real quick go over something that was pretty interesting. Last week I went to the men's Bible study and they actually were talking about this particular subject. The reference to Korah and the men that rebelled against Moses and Aaron, and of course were rebelling against God and rebelling against authority in general that God had put into place, which is interesting because I think that we do this all the time in churches these days. We kind of just, we'd rather criticize our pastor, our minister, and tell him, this is the way that you should have been preaching this or that. And the guys that are kind of like, not satisfied with their ministry, even though they were given the ministry to take care of the tabernacle itself. These were God's people told to take care of God's church, his stuff, his holy, not his church, but his holy tabernacle. These are the people that were supposed to take care of all this stuff. And it's sort of analogous to people in the church now that are supposed to set up the chairs and the tables and the offering cups and everything like that, and they want to do more. They want to be the ones up at the pulpit. And God has a place for everybody. He has a specific spot where he wants each person, and he's called us to. And chapter 16 and 17 really emphasizes how important it is for us to remember our place of ministry, where God has called us to be, and to be a respecter of others in places of ministry. So in the Bible, the rebellion is considered witchcraft in the Bible. It's that bad. And it actually tells us that it's that kind of sin. It's as bad as any other sin, rebelling. We have to respect authority. We have to respect the government. We have to respect people that God has put in charge. Now, if they're leading you to sin, then yes, you need to deal with that. If they're doing something in the church, or a pastor is doing something that's incorrect, you need to confront him on that, one-on-one, personally. The Bible gives us specific ways to do things, to solve problems, to solve issues that are going on in the church. So, and chapter 17 is pretty fun because it talks about Aaron's rod budding. That God brings life to this dead stick, this staff. He brings life into it, and it's pretty cool. So that's chapter 17 and 16. 16 and 17 in Numbers. I just wanted to go over that real quick. Hopefully I did a good job with expressing just what God was kind of telling me about in that. I think it's pretty neat that he really gave me that message at that time. And we'll continue on in the next study.